Hey everybody, it's Chris Dortch welcoming you to day 3 of the Chattanooga Film Festival, perhaps the most jam-packed day we have for you this week. And since hopefully you guys are off for work for the weekend and you have all day to sit around in your comfortable jammy jams and pants, I wanted to stack this day for you, and I think we've done it. There's a ton of treasures for you pretty much throughout the entire day, and you're going to want to probably see a little bit of all of them. So I'm actually going to go down our schedule for the day and give you just a few friendly reminders on some of the things you're not going to want to miss today. We just had a Q&A with our Honeycomb filmmaker Avalon Fast. That's a film I want to put on a lot more of your radar. I've seen quite a bit of buzz around the fest about it, but I love even more of you to give it a look. So please take a chance on Avalon's incredible debut, Honeycomb. It's a really amazing piece of work, and I definitely want to celebrate her and it as much as we can. That Q&A and all Q&As, any events that have aired live, if you did not know, are being archived on our YouTube channel. So if you didn't have a chance to see anything and you regret it, well, we've got it there for you. We've made a point to make sure we get it up there as quick as we can after it airs. Secondly, now that we've gotten through the Honeycomb Q&A this morning, we've got our friends Ryan and Andre of the Monster Squad coming in shortly to host a Q&A with the filmmakers of our Dangerous Visions Volumes 1 and 2 blocks, as well as our WTF block. And this is a wild bunch of films and filmmakers wrangled by two of the only cowpokes that I believe have the ability to do so. Dear friends of the festival, really pumped to have the Monster Squad back. Speaking of monsters also and friends of the festival, that is immediately followed by a love letter to Mr. Godzilla himself by Graham Skipper when Godzilla takes Chattanooga at 2 p.m. Eastern, and I think that's going to be a fucking delight, so I do encourage you to tune in for that. Next up after that, we have a live edition of the Best Movies Never Made podcast. If you aren't familiar with this podcast, it's truly one of the best out there in my opinion. Josh Miller and Steven Scarlatta, the two hosts who you might know from Josh is the screenwriter from Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2. Steven Scarlatta produced Jodorowsky's Dune, and is just a font of information when it comes to films that were never made. And this particular episode that they're bringing exclusive to CFF is about George Romero's never filmed adaptation of the Resident Evil games. And that's a subject that is nerdily near and dear to my heart, and I'm really glad we're going to get into it. And for some reason, they are slumming it, and they asked me to be a guest on that podcast. So that will be an interesting time for all of us. After that, immediately pretty much, at 5 p.m. comes something that I think you've all been waiting for, our secret screening. You still have a chance to make a guess, if you'd like to send a guess in, to our official secrets@chatfilmfest.org account. Shoot a guess up there, let us know, and if you're the first person to guess correctly what this secret screening is this year, we will be still giving you a VIP badge for 2023, although it's not looking good yet because nobody has guessed. So please venture a few more guesses. You got a little more time, and Mayor Dave and I are going to count down a few of our favorite incorrect guesses before that screening goes down, so tune in a little early for some fun. Finally, I can't end this little intro message to you without telling you to strap in this evening for a double feature of the highest order. I'm talking about the third Saturday in October double feature that happens this evening. We're showing part 5 first. A number of you have asked what the fuck is up with that. That is very much by design. That is the way the filmmaker wants you to see these films. Part 5 is actually filmed first, and trust me, when you watch them that way, you're gonna get a lot more out of the experience, and it's gonna be a lot more fun. So please do catch that amazing double feature. Stick around after for a Q&A with the cast and crew, and finally, you get to close out your evening tonight with two things that I am pants-shittingly excited about, even though I haven't been pants-shittingly enough. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just fucking droning. We have two things back to back that I just think are fucking delightful. They are a screening of Thrilling Bloody Sword, sourced from the Chicago Cinema Society's only 35mm print in existence. So please take a second to check that out. It's wild and wonderful, and it's everything that this festival is about, and we think you guys are going to love it. We will be in the watch party channel for that one. That watch party is going to be like the scene in Gremlins where they're hanging from the blades of the fucking fan in the bar and they're all going crazy, because that movie is just going to melt brain the second it comes into contact with it. And then finally, on a very personal note, as a gentleman that enjoys the extreme music, as a fella that's tried to put as much outsider art and music into this festival as I can over the years, this evening closes out with a CFF exclusive live stream from one of the greatest bands in death metal, Frozen Soul, a band also that had the guts to use Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze on all their icy themed tour t-shirts and merchandise. These guys have really leaned into the frostiness of their name. It's the coldest, iciest death metal on earth, and that pleases me. And that will be closing out your evening tonight, just after midnight. You'll want to check in with us on that one. And that, I believe, is it for the morning announcements. To those of you delightful folks that I spent till 3 in the morning or so talking with on our Discord channel last night, I love all of you. I've absolutely loved watching the community grow on Discord this year. You've all had each other's back. You've basically treating the channels for the filmmakers like you're signing, their yearbooks lovingly after the last day of high school, and it's just a delight to see. I encourage you to continue using those channels to ask the filmmakers that are attending questions, sign it like a guest book, let them know you loved their work if you did, and if not, save that shit for your podcast. Anyway, that's enough out of me. Enjoy your day 3. We love you guys, and we got a lot more week left to go.